Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Tonight we are at the Myrtle Beach Speedway for race number 4 of the Grand National Pro Series. Last week we were at the Indianapolis Raceway Park where we saw an exciting race between Christian Peterson and Brandon Elvis. Peterson was able to get the better of the two and walk away with his first victory of this season. Chris Smith came home in the second spot. Connor Lee came home third. The guy who led quite a few laps out of that race, Brandon Elvis, led 44 of the 150 laps, ended up in the 8th spot when it was all said and done. Things got a little bit hectic there at the end. Let's take a look at the points standings heading into this evening's race. Elvis leads with 127 points. Chris Smith only 7 back. Ryan Grable right there, a winner in the season opener, sitting in the 3rd spot in points. He snuck into this race, did not get much practice time. He ends up 15th in qualifying. As these guys are finishing up their qualifying efforts, I believe everything just about done. And let's look at the schedule. All these races, 150 laps. We are 3 races in. We have 3 more after this race tonight here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway, then Kern next week, Martinsville the week after, and then North Wilkesboro. Our season finale throwback night at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Qualifying has concluded. We'll get our results up on screen. Christian Peterson top of the board in the 23. Then it's Connor Lee to his, or right behind him. Brandon Elvis 3rd, Easton Swain 4th, Chris Smith 5th. You can see your field right there, pretty close all throughout our 18 qualifiers within the same half a second. It's going to be an exciting 150 laps. They've got a set of tires in the pits if they choose to use them. But now let's have a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race. Christian Peterson, your pole sitter, going to start from the inside of the front row in the 23 machine. To his outside, it's going to be the number 18 of Connor Lee. Starting in the 3rd spot here tonight, it's the number 4 of Brandon Elvis, and to his outside, the number 33 of Easton Swain. Inside of row number 3, it's an ECR row number 3. Chris Smith down low in the 80, then Justin Coleman in the 14 up top. Anthony Ankello in the 1 machine qualifies in the 7th spot. He will start there with Justin Stoyanovsky in the 8th position in the number 19. Kyle Schmitz in the 92 going to roll off from the 9th spot. And then Brad Carpenter in the 31 rounds out our top 10 starters. Back behind them, Brady Cox in the 76 going to start from the 11th spot. Then Joshua Schmitz in the 21 starts 12th. Peyton Hamlet in the 99 machine going to start from the 13th spot here tonight. Then Adam Fulford in the 71 will roll off 14th. Brian Grable, your winner in the season opener at 5 Flags, will roll off from the 15th place spot in the 22. Then Zach Murphy in the 29 machine going to start 16th. Row number 9, Trey Ashworth in the 8 machine on the bottom side. Then Brandon Kelly in the 9 up top. And rounding out our field out back is the number 75 of Jeremiah Woods and the 17 of Jonathan Adkins. Brady Cox in the 76 machine missed the start there. Going to start from the pits here in tonight's race. Hopefully it doesn't affect him too much and he's able to get up to the front relatively quickly. As the pace car makes the hard left turn down onto pit road, we are about to go green flag racing. And wait for the drop of the green when they get into the restart zone. And into the restart zone they go. The green is up, the green is out. We are underway here at Myrtle Beach. Down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Christian Peterson gets the advantage on the bottom side. He'll take the lead down into turn 3. Everybody trying to get single filed out here as early as they can. Leader of lap number 1 around going to be Christian Peterson in the 23, picking up right where he left off last week at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. A little bit further back, the 99 of Peyton Hamlet underneath the 21 of Josh Schmitz. Kyle Schmitz right there in the 92. Both of them side by side down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, up front, new leader into turns 1 and 2. Move Connor Lee in the 18 to the top spot. He was aggressive there going down into the corner, and that's going to pay off. He will move to the top spot. Back behind him, Justin Coleman in the 14, sideways out of turns 3 and 4. Trying to take over the 4th spot from Easton Swain. Swain up on that outside lane. We've got 2 cars stopped back behind him. Kyle Schmitz in the 92. And I think Adam Fulford right there in the 71 also pulling away. Fulford in the 71. Kyle Schmitz in the 92 stopped right there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. We'll see what kind of damage he's got when he rolls on by here. Maybe a little bit on the left front. Doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happened down into turns 1 and 2. See the 92 right there. Just got past Peyton Hamlet. It looked like just going into the corner a little bit sideways. Luckily, he got down the track. Everybody was able to avoid except for Adam Fulford. Fulford in the 71 machine right there. Had to go low to avoid it. Wasn't too big a contact, though. Look at the 71's view. Just absolutely nowhere for him to go. Up over the curves down there on the bottom side. And oh, Kyle Schmitz in the 92 machine in the outside wall again on the front stretch. Under caution, not sure what happened there. But under the yellow flag, the 92 machine into the outside wall. Here comes Adam Fulford down pit road in the 71. Christian Peterson down pit road as well. Christian Peterson bringing the 23 machine down pit road. Started this race in the 2nd spot. Or sorry, from the pole, rather. It looks like he's getting right side tires on that machine. 6 laps into this one. We'll see how that pays off for Christian Peterson. That is a very bold strategy. As the lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car, we double up back at the front of the field. Connor Lee on the inside, Brandon Elvis up top. Justin Coleman and Easton Swain make up row number 2. But we're getting ready to send them back green flag racing here on lap 8 of 150. Connor Lee and Brandon Elvis lead us through turns 3 and 4. And they'll wait for the restart zone here. Into the zone they go. The green is up, the green is out. We're back underway. Good start down into turns 1 and 2 for the 18 of Lee. He'll take over the top spot. Easily over Brandon Elvis. Elvis now under fire from the 14 of Justin Coleman. Here comes Coleman to the bottom. He's going to take over that spot up off the corner. Elvis going to sneak into 3rd in front of Easton Swain. Chris Smith right there on the bottom trying to take over the 5th spot. Anthony Ankello up there on the top side, nearly 3 wide. Just about contact going into the corner that time. Peyton Hamlet was very close to the back bumper of Anthony Ankello. Now Hamlet up the racetrack, using that outside lane to try and pass Brad Carpenter there. Looks like Brian Gravel in the 22 going to try to follow him. Meanwhile, up front, battle for the race lead. Here comes Justin Coleman. He'll take the top spot into turns 1 and 2. move Justin Coleman out front into turns 1 and 2 in the 14 machine. 3 lead changes already in this one. We are only 13 laps into the race. Everybody starting to get single filed out and a little bit more calm here as they head into turns 3 and 4. You see your field out back starting to get spread out pretty early on. About the 29 of Zach Murphy, up 5 positions from his 16th place starting spot. The car in front of him as well, Trey Ashworth, started this race 17th. He's up inside of the top 10 here early on at the lap 14 mark. As the laps continue to click away, Justin Coleman only about 4 car lengths down the back straightaway. Connor Lee able to close the gap into the corner, and the caution flag flies. Brady Cox in the 76 sitting the wrong way in turn number 3. See what happened off the corner. Looked like Adam Fulford in front of him might have caught the outside wall in the 76 of Cox, spun up the racetrack. Not sure how that happened exactly, but let's get a look on board with Brady Cox. You see the 71 of Adam Fulford get sideways, and then Cox got into the back bumper and just kind of got sucked into the wall. The backstretch wall at Myrtle Beach can be a little bit tough. And some of these guys are finding that out early on. Fulford down pit road for the 2nd time this race. Kyle Schmidt's also on pit road in the 92. The field works their way through turns 3 and 4. Justin Coleman was aggressive on that restart, took the lead from Connor Lee in just a couple laps. The 3rd spot looks very strong here early on in the restarts. That's where Coleman came from that last start. As the lights drop on the iRacing.com pace car. Gonna send them back green this time by. Just 18 laps in, a long ways to go here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Pace car is back off of the racetrack. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Justin Coleman and Connor Lee going to lead us to the green in the restart zone, and we're back underway. Good start there again for Justin Coleman in the 14. He's going to bring Brandon Elvis with him on the bottom side. Down the front straightaway they go. Justin Coleman continues to hold the race lead. Here comes Peyton Hamlet trying to move closer to the top 5. Brian Grable right there as well. And oh, Yankello in the 1 machine, very sideways off of 4. He hangs on to it. All kinds of sideways. Was the number 1 up off of 4. He will hang on to it, but he's going to lose a ton of ground here. As Brian Grable now under fire from the 31 of Brad Carpenter, trying to take over the 7th spot. Grable able to hold on the top side. Here comes Jonathan Adkins. Started this race shotgun on the field in the 19th spot, and no contact There goes Atkins into the inside grass. Right now, the green flag stays out, and it looks like he'll get it back rolling. Tough break for Jonathan Atkins. He was up inside the top 10. When it all went wrong there, here comes Jeremiah Woods in the 75, up on the outside. He'll get around Trey Ashworth right there and move his way to the top 10. Nice wrap he's got on there, the Ghost. The Welch's grape juice, or Welch's grape flavored Ghost energy drink. I actually had one of those this morning, that's why I'm thinking of it. Creative scheme. 75 of Woods currently running in the 9th spot. Started in the 20th position in that back row, up inside of the top 10 right now. Brad Carpenter up in front of him. Started this race 10th. He's trying to move his way forward. Carpenter made his first start of the season last week at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Finished in the 15th spot, running a little bit better here tonight in 8th. It's still a long ways to go. Brian Grable in front of him. He had a little bit of trouble last week at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Got up into the outside wall and kind of knocked the right front off the race car. Had to pull it down pit road and call it a night early on. Ended up finishing dead last in the 21st spot, 99 laps down. So Grable trying to rebound from that run that he had last night, but up front, the battle starting to heat up for the race lead. Brandon Elvis in the 4 machine behind Justin Coleman. Coleman a little bit loose out front. That's going to open up the door for Elvis down low. Coleman slides up. And Elvis in the 4 machine trying to get through to the lead. But Coleman not making it easy up on that top side. Doing a good job hanging on here. They've got Connor Lee right behind him. Coleman still holding up on that outside lane. They're side by side. Down into turns 3 and 4. Adam Fulford brings the 71 down pit road. Tough night for him. The top 2 still side by side. They're a little bit sideways that time off the corner. Here comes Connor Lee trying to make this a 3-car battle. And if you're Justin Coleman, you have to make this outside lane work, because now you're going to lose 2 spots with Connor Lee right there. So what can Coleman do? He's getting a huge run up off the corners. These two putting on a heck of a show. Side by side, they're dead even at the line too. Coleman has it by just a hair. But not quite able to get cleared through the center of the corner. The 4 machine so strong on the bottom. Ooh, a little bit of contact that time. Coleman up the racetrack. And Brandon Elvis going to go through to the race lead. Elvis going to be clear for the top spot. Back down into turns 3 and 4 they go. Elvis holds that position. Coleman going to get clear back down for 2nd. Battle right here for the 10th spot. Zach Murphy there in the 29 underneath Trey Ashworth in the 8 machine. Those two battle for this spot. They've been battling a lot this season. We saw them have a really good battle at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in week number 2. Up in front of them as well, Brad Carpenter to the inside of Brian Grable once again. Grable having a hard time getting that 22 machine moving forward here tonight. Currently running in the 7th spot. As Carpenter gets way sideways on the bottom, he'll have to settle back in line. outside there in the 8 machine. Look to his inside. That's the 23 of Christian Peterson. Peterson made the call to come down pit road on lap number 6. Was that the call that's going to win him the race? He's going to have, ooh, Brad Carpenter to the inside. Hangs on to it. And oh, there goes Brandon Kelly in the 9 machine. And that is going to bring out the caution for sure. And there it is, the caution flag flies. Back under yellow here. You can see the 9 machine rolling. A little bit of damage on that car. But you saw the contact going into the corner. Here's the 9 of Brandon Kelly, and then there's the 31 of Brad Carpenter. It looks like Carpenter just had a hard time getting that car turned up off the corner after the incident down the back straightaway. Brandon Kelly goes around. And that puts us under yellow once again here. For the 3rd time tonight, Chris Smith down pit road in the 80 machine. 40 laps in. We'll see what happens on that Coastal Performance number 80. Looked like just maybe a little bit of damage repair or added some fuel. One of the two. Did not get tires on that race car. Decided it's not quite ready for tires. Brad Carpenter and Anthony Yankello also brought their machines down pit road. Likely to get some damage fixed. They get the 1 to go signal. Gonna send them back green, just shy of 100 laps to go. You're 45 laps in. Brandon Elvis is your race leader. Justin Coleman 2nd. Connor Lee 3rd. Peyton Hamlet 4th. And Easton Swain rounds out your top 5. The pace car is back off. We are just about ready to go here. 45 laps in, 155 to go. Big jump there from the 4 machine of Elvis, and we're back underway. Down the back straightaway they go. Justin Coleman able to get down in line for a 2nd. Here comes Pete Hamlin in the 99 machine up on that outside lane. Started in the 4th spot. He's trying to work his way forward. Just shy of a 1/3 of the way into the race. Looks like Hamlin going to get back down into the 4th spot. Ryan Grable sitting in the 5th spot in the 22 machine. Stretch they go. Elvis beginning to open up that race lead. We are 49 laps in. Working lap number 50 right here. Let's look a little bit further back. Christian Peterson on the alternate strategy, trying to work his way back up through the field, currently in the 9th spot. And here comes Connor Lee to the inside of Justin Coleman, trying to take over the 2nd spot. Coleman going to fight back hard on the outside lane, but Lee has the advantage down into turns 1 and 2. He'll be clear through the center. give the second spot back to Connor Lee in the 18. Sideways into the corner that time. Lee back up the racetrack. That's going to open the door for Coleman on the bottom. Down the back straightaway, Connor Lee able to hold off Justin Coleman on the inside lane. Things are getting spicy here for that second spot. Here comes Peyton Hamlet in the 99. Hamlet wanting a peek and nose up there for the third spot on the outside lane. You see the run that he's able to get. Huge run down the back straightaway that time. Hamlet using that way outside, and it's working. Look at the run up off the corner. He'll clear Justin Coleman. Move Coleman back to fourth. Christian Peterson looking underneath Zach Murphy right there in the 7th spot. And if you're Christian Peterson, you got to kind of watch how hard you push, because a lot of these guys have a set of tires in the pits, and I'm sure are likely going to use it at some point. Into turns 3 and 4, nearly contact that time up in front of him. Easton Swain just about got to the back bumper of Brian Grable, and here comes Christian Peterson in the 23. Peterson around the outside lane. Good pass there, makes that high side work, and we're really seeing a lot of the outside lane. Peterson going to look back to the bottom. Down the backstretch they go. Brian Grable up top. Peterson down low. Grable not able to hold that outside lane the same way. Starting to pick up a race lead, about 1 second to Connor Lee in the 18. 1 second the difference. The lap time's in the favor of Brandon Elvis. Kyle Schmitz in the 92 underneath Trey Ashworth in the number 8 machine. Ooh, Ashworth loose right there, up on the outside lane. Trying to keep it pointed in the right direction. Chris Smith right there also trying to get by in the number 80. Christian Peterson has caught your top 3. To get by Peyton Hamlet there for the 4th spot, and then by Justin Coleman up in front of him. Peterson moving forward in that 23 machine. On pace with your race leaders. A lot better than some of these guys up in front of him. And move him into the top 3 now as he pokes a nose ahead of Justin Coleman in the 14. Time Coleman's still up there on that outside lane, and out front your race leader is starting to lose a little bit of the gap. that we saw him build up. We'll look at your times right there. Christian Peterson that time in the 23, 2/10 faster than Brandon Elvis in the number 4 machine. So the lap time's definitely starting to shift in the favor of the cars behind your race leaders. You can see right there, Lee and Peterson both a little bit quicker than Brandon Elvis in the number 4. Keep an eye on that 23 machine as he continues to try and track his way through the field. Here comes Zach Murphy trying to take a peek to the inside of Brian Grable. Grable sideways through turns 3 and 4. He'll hang on to it up off the corner, but moves Zach Murphy to the 7th spot. It looked like there might have been contact going down into turns 3 and 4. Grable able to hang on. And we are just shy of the halfway point here. Brandon Elvis continues to hold the race lead. 2 cars behind him, Connor Lee and Christian Peterson, continue to close that gap ever so slightly. Up on the outside lane, trying to pass Brian Grable. That outside's been pretty strong all night. Up front, Christian Peterson able to get around Connor Lee for the 2nd spot. Move Christian Peterson to the 2nd position, and now he sets his sights on Brandon Elvis. This time by halfway in, halfway home. Brandon Elvis has led for quite some time now. We saw a couple lead changes early on, but Elvis starting to open things up here. 0.6 of a second the gap. We once saw it at maximum of 1 second. Number 4 this time, Brandon Elvis about half a second the gap. Peterson a little bit quicker than your race leader right now. You see the times from the last time around. They're definitely the quickest on the racetrack, but Peterson just looks ever so slightly quicker than your race leader right now. Time around, looked like Elvis starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Might have saw the times that Christian Peterson was running and saw that gap getting smaller and smaller and decided it was time to push a little bit more. Peterson now really starting to use up that outside lane, starting to widen out this racetrack. We'll see if it pays off for him. Elvis was significantly quicker that last time. Swain on the back bumper of Peyton Hamlet. This is for the 5th spot. see if Swain can find an opening to the bottom. Very tough to pass here in the ARCA cars because you can't overshoot the corner too much because you get in there too hot and spin the guy out. But we'll see what Swain can do. He charges in on the bottom in 3 and 4. Looks like Hamlin up the racetrack a little bit. Not able to defend. Move Easton Swain up inside of the top 5. 83 laps in. Jonathan Adkins creeping up in the back bumper of the 22 of Brian Grable. Grable up 6 positions from where he started, but in the 9th spot right now. I'm sure he would like to go forward. I know he's got some fans in the chat below that would love to see him move forward. They'd love a caution for him, I'm sure. But 2 people that would not love a caution flag is this guy right here, Brandon Elvis, your race leader, and Christian Peterson back behind him. Peterson used up those right side tires early on. He's not going to have them if he goes back down pit road. So we will see how the rest of the field stacks up when they do decide to come down pit road, if they do, I should say. Turns 3 and 4 that time. Your top 2 running very different lines at this stage in the run. Peterson up the racetrack a little bit there on both ends of the racetrack. But especially 3 and 4, we watch them this time. Peterson really using up that outside lane and cutting it down. Trying to mimic what Brandon Elvis is doing out front. Race leaders starting to open up the gap once again. It's up to 0.7 of a second off the corner this time. You gotta wonder if Peterson's gonna have enough left once these guys do come down pit road and get tires, if we get another caution flag. But 60 laps to go this time for Brandon Elvis. Trying to pick up his 2nd victory of the season. He went to victory lane at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in week number 2. Down the back straightaway, you can see how spread out the back of your pack is getting. Here comes Jonathan Adkins to the inside of Jeremiah Woods. That's for the 8th spot. Woods up top in the Ghost machine. Now, I'm surprised with how much racetrack these guys are able to use into turns 3 and 4. They're way up the track, almost to that 3rd groove. They're able to cut it back down and drive through the center. Watch Woods right here. Up the track, above those white lines on entry. He will hold off for now. Woods in the 75 is came forward 12 positions from the drop of the green. You can see Atkins on the bottom really trying to make that inside lane work, but the 75 just so strong on the top side. Grable right there in the 22, waiting to see which one of these drivers can get ahead. Looks like Adkins just about going to be able to make the pass that time. But just as I say that, here comes Woods back up on the top, making the outside lane work. Peterson's on the bottom. Gonna back off, and he'll try to get back behind Jeremiah Woods here. And as this is all happening, they're starting to catch Zach Murphy and Peyton Hamlin as well. Adkins back to the bottom side here. Good battle right here for the 8th spot. Trey Ashworth in the 8 machine down pit road on lap 100. He's a couple laps down. Tough break for the 8, but here comes Zach Murphy underneath Peyton Hamlet right in front of this battle for the 7th spot. 5 cars all under a blanket right there, 100 laps into this one. Oh, and Brandon Kelly, sitting sideways in turns 1 and 2, brings out the caution flag. Gets it spun back around in front of your race leaders right there. But the caution flag is out. Back under yellow. We'll see what happened here down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, and it looked like Carpenter just got in a little bit too hot in the 31. Locked him up on the bottom side, and around went Brandon Kelly. Kelly around for the 2nd time, unfortunately. Here come your race leaders down pit road. And I think Christian Peterson is out of right side tires. I could be mistaken. They could have given him an extra set this week, but typically the Grand National Pro Series, these drivers given 1 set of tires in the pits. And we will see if that is the case. Your top 3 down pit road there. You can see left sides going on the 23 of Peterson. Left sides only. Elvis going to take 4. Connor Lee going to take 4 as well. And everybody back behind him going to follow through to take 4. Christian Peterson going to take the race lead off of pit road. Getting only the left sides there, going to get him a little bit of an advantage. Exiting the box. Out of turns 3 and 4. We are inside of 50 laps to go. 104 laps in. A couple cars going to take the wave around there as we get the 1 to go signal. Your field will double up behind the iRacing.com pace car here, and now it is a battle of who has better tires. Peterson in the 23 has had almost 100 laps on those right side tires. He's got some fresh left side tires on. We'll see if it pays off. Brandon Elvis up top with 4. As they go back through the zone, we are back underway. Good start there from Christian Peterson. He'll take the top spot into 1. Peterson takes the top spot down into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Connor Lee to the inside. Trying to take the second spot from Brandon Elvis. Meanwhile, your race leader, Christian Peterson, sits right there in front of him. Still side by side for 2nd. They're 2 by 2 behind your race leader right now. Peterson in the 23 trying to block multiple lanes of the racetrack at once. Up the track he goes. Connor Lee in the 18 trying to take a peek to the bottom. As Peterson gets shuffled up the racetrack there, they're 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. 3 wide, Connor Lee on the bottom. Christian Peterson in the 23 on the older right side tires got shuffled up the track there. Back to fourth. Here comes Connor Lee and Brandon Elvis out of turns 3 and 4. Battle for the lead. Lee on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to make the shorter way around work, but here comes Brandon Elvis up top trying to get back out front. 40 laps to go this time by, 40 to go for Brandon Elvis. Trying to hold on and pick up his second victory of the season. But Connor Lee is still right there. Lee right there, Easton Swain as well. Everybody within your top 5 within the same second with just under 40 laps to go. Brian Grable and Jonathan Adkins battling here for the 7th spot. Adkins up top, Grable down low. Dead even down into turns 3 and 4. Up out of the corner that time, Grable trying to use up as much room as he can. The 17 of Atkins so strong on the exit of the corner right now. Grable not quite able to clear. Looks like he might be able to here into 1 and 2. So give the 7th spot back to Brian Grable. As up front, your race leader, Brandon Elvis, continuing to hold the race lead, and he's starting to open it up here with 35 to go. Easton Swain right there in the 3rd spot as well. Jonathan Atkins side by side with Jeremiah Woods. Here comes Chris Smith looking to the inside of Brian Grable. Grable down low, or sorry, Grable up top, able to hold Smith off on the bottom. Ooh, a little bit of contact that time. Chris Smith up the racetrack. Got to the back bumper of Brian Grable, and now here comes Jonathan Atkins to the inside. Atkins going to take over that spot. Brian Grable's got a line of cars behind him trying to take over the position. He's able to hold on for now. Josh Schmitz to the inside of Christian Peterson right here into turns 1 and 2. Schmitz loose on the bottom side. Gonna have to give way for now down the backstretch, having to hold on to that race car. He'll lose several spots. These cars can be very tricky up off the exit of the corner, especially once you've gotten some heat in the tires. And battle for the 2nd spot. Easton Swain to the bottom. Underneath Connor Lee, Justin Coleman right there as well. Peyton Hamlet. Lee gonna hold on to the 2nd spot. Justin Coleman right there, trying to find a lane forward. Peyton Hamlet as well in the 99 machine. He's running good in the top 5. But out front with 26 laps to go, Brandon Elvis holds the race lead by 1.2 seconds up off of the corner. The rest of your top five still right there. Peyton Hamlet looking to the inside of Justin Coleman right there for the the fourth spot. He's not able to do anything just yet. Very tough to pass. Kind of have to use a lot of that inside lane up, but still look at the run up off the corner. Coming back to 21 laps to go for Brandon Elvis this time. The gap continuing to expand, 1.4 down the back straightaway now. We continue to watch the battle for the fourth spot right there. Peyton Hamlet keeps taking these peaks to the bottom, just is not able to get the power down off the corner. And pull alongside Justin Coleman. Big time sideways that time was the 99 of Hamlet. Tough break for Christian Peterson, was running up inside of the top three. That last caution flag just did not have the right strategy. Those right side tires early on, you can definitely tell the field a little bit quicker with fresher right sides here at the end. Back up front, the Ford machine, 17 laps to go. 1.4 down the back. Still a big gap for him. Jonathan Adkins still trying to get around Brian Grable in the 22 machine. Hasn't been able to do so far. See everybody using a little bit different lines through turns 3 and 4. 1 and 2, everybody kind of up the racetrack and cutting the exit of the corner as straight as they can. But 3 and 4 a little bit different. You see a couple cars way up the racetrack. Look at Brian Grable into turns 3 and 4. $14 to go this time for Brandon Elvis, trying to collect what would be his second victory of the season. And right now he just does not want to see that caution flag. 13 to go. Hamlet to the inside once again, and that time he's going to be able to get the job done. Had a little bit of help with Coleman getting into the outside wall, but move Peyton Hamlet up into the fourth spot here with 12 laps to go. Coleman now going to try to hang on to that fifth spot with Zach Murphy back behind him. Brandon Elvis coming back to 10 laps to go. 10 more times around Myrtle Beach Speedway. And oh, the caution flag flies. The caution flag flies in turns 3 and 4. Brad Carpenter, I believe, had some trouble, tried to get it reset back to the pits, but not before the caution flag flew. So the caution flag is out here for the 5th time with 9 laps to go. Let's see what happened to the number 31. Was battling with Kyle Schmitz in the 92 machine. It looked like similar to what we saw a little bit earlier on, just loose down into the corner. Brought it to rest down there in turns 3 and 4, but that brought out the caution flag. And we are going to get set and ready to go. Green flag racing here. A restart with limited laps. Brandon Elvis, very good on restarts. He has been so far this race as well. And under caution with 8 laps to go, likely going to be sending him back green inside of 5 to go. So we will see who has anything left. Easton Swain in the 33 machine looked pretty racy. Same can be said for Peyton Hamlet in the 99 as well. We'll have to see what happens as we have 7 laps to go. Probably going to get the 1 to go signal next time by, and it'll be a 5-lap shootout. They get the 1 to go signal here. So white flag going to be coming back to 5 laps to go when we come back green. 5 to go for Brandon Elvis. He's going to take the top side here. We'll see if he's able to get a good start. Connor Lee on the inside of the 18. We'll see what he is able to do here. He's able to roll up alongside on the restart, and through the restart zone they go. Everybody's spinning the tires, but we are back underway with 5 laps to go. 5 to go down into turns 1 and 2. Brandon Elvis gets a good lead into the 4 machine down the back. Into turns 3 and 4 that time. Here comes Peyton Hamlet on the outside trying to find something for the 2nd spot. Move Peyton Hamlet into 2nd here with 4 to go. Down the back straightaway, Hamlet going to be clear for a 2nd now. Does he have anything left for your race leader? 3 laps to go for Brandon Elvis. Down into turns 1 and 2. Elvis 2/10 quicker than Hamlet that last time around. Trying to hold on. The gap is half a second through turns 3 and 4. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go here at Myrtle Beach. Zach Murphy and Connor Lee battle for the 4th spot right there. But into turns 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Brandon Elvis. Final time around here at Myrtle Beach. Down the back straightaway they go. The 4 machine has a almost 1 second advantage through turns 3 and 4. Number 4 machine of Brandon Elvis comes around to win for the 2nd time this season here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Peyton Hamlet comes home 2nd. Easton Swain 3rd. Zach Murphy 4th. Justin Coleman rounds out your top 5. Connor Lee 6th. Jonathan Adkins 7th, Brian Gravel 8th, Chris Smith 9th, and Jeremiah Woods Jr. rounds out your top 10 finishers. see if we can't grab a word from our top three here. Starting with our third place finisher, Easton Swain. We'll get him up in the broadcast booth. Easton Swain, third place finisher here tonight. You get a copy.
I sure do. You got me, Winston?
Yep, Easton, I have got you here up in the booth. Well, third place here tonight. Started in the fourth spot, ran up inside of the top five all night long. At one point, looked like he might have had a shot at the lead, but when it was all said and done, ended up in the third place spot. How do you feel after your run at Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, man. I mean, I finally got me a podium. I feel like I've been quick every week here in the ARCA series, and this is a special one. I got to turn laps here in the real car before it got bulldozed. So, man, we finally had a good, clean race. Like to thank my sponsors. I ain't got them on the car, but Maze Craze and Black Tire, LNA South, and it was just a lot of fun. Congrats to our top two there. They did real well.
Yeah, it was a good battle up front between your race leaders. It got a little bit strung out there at the end, but still a good run and a good race. Good run for the 33 machine, third place spot here tonight. Who do you have to thank for a podium finish at Myrtle Beach?
Well, I got to thank my buddy Adam Jr. He had a bad run, but we get in here and practice together a lot. And, well, got to thank you, of course, for broadcasting and helping put all this on, and the good Lord for putting us here to do this.
Yeah, it was definitely a good, fun battle, or a good, fun race, and good run for you there in the 33 machine. But congratulations to you, Easton, and we wish you luck next week.
Thank you, Winston. See you then.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, now to talk to our second place finisher here tonight, Peyton Hamlet. We'll see if we can't grab him. Peyton Hamlet up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Alrighty, well, it's been a long time since I've talked to you up here in the broadcast booth. Probably one of the Mid-South iRacing Tour races way back, maybe 2022, but nonetheless, saw you make the start last week at the Indianapolis Raceway Park with the Grand National Pro Series. Ended up finishing, maybe it was Fairgrounds. I think I'm thinking of Fairgrounds.
Yeah, it was nice.
Week 2, finished, let me see where my results are. Finished in the 16th place spot. A little bit different here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Finished second here tonight. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, that really surprised me when that last restart came out. I knew we'd be on the top behind Brandon. He was choosing the top, and I knew if I could just launch with him, we'd have a pretty good shot at finishing in the top 3, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, definitely worked out. We saw the 99 machine moving towards the front that last long green flag run. Looks like you might have had a little bit more car left than some of the other guys around you, and that put you in that 4th place spot to be in position to get second there when it was all said and done. But second place finish here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Who do you have to thank for a podium finish with the Grand National Pro Series?
Just thank to everybody that puts it on. It's a pretty good show, and I enjoy running it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. We are 4 weeks in now, and we've got 3 more races coming up that should be pretty fun to finish out the season. But nonetheless, congratulations to you, Peyton, on your second place run here tonight.
Thank you, Winston.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, and now to talk to our feature winner here tonight, his second victory of the season. This one comes at his home track of Myrtle Beach. Brandon Elvis up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, bud.
Alrighty, well, 150 laps here tonight. We saw the lead change 3 or 4 times there in those first 30 to 40 laps, but once you got out front, Peterson decided to come in a little bit early, and that let you get in the position to get out front. And once you were out front, kind of looked like you had control of the race. Had to work your way back out once the field came down and got tires, but after that point, the Ford machine was the car to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that for Peterson, too. He came down to fix something with his brakes or something. He had something messed up in the settings, and he accidentally took right side tires. So that kind of put him behind the 8 ball the whole race. And there, the end of that first long run there, I was just doing whatever I could to save fuel. I knew I was going to be about a lap around. I was going to hit it dead on the money, about so. I was trying to just save. And once I seen him get up to second, he got, within 6/10 of me there, and I was like, all right, well, I got to pick it back up a little bit here. and was able to maintain. And then, of course, after the pit cycle, he only took left side tires, so that gave him the lead. And man, I spun the tires on a restart and then missed a gear, so I was kind of behind. And me and Connor were racing hard there, and he drove me really clean. I appreciate that. And yeah, Christian kind of moved up into my line there, and I just kind of had to give him a little bit of a nudge, so I couldn't let Connor get out front, because it was going to be really hard to pass him if I did.
Yeah, passing was very tough all night long. It looked like the top side was honestly a little bit better, if anything. But fun race here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. A lot of green flag laps here this evening. The 4 machine was out front for quite a few of those. Who do you have to thank, Brandon, for your second victory of the season here with the Grand National Pro Series?
Yeah, just like to thank my wife for allowing me to do this. My mom, my dad. Mom is fighting cancer. I know she's watching, and I love her. Coastal Performance, Coleman Design, keeping these race cars looking damn good. It's good to see him get a pretty good run tonight, lead some laps. And my team at ECR, Burials Performance, Chestnut Hill Restaurant. Special little burnout there for Mr. Mickey Still over there in turn 3. Anytime I ever win here, that I got to do it. So, yeah, just thank you for putting the broadcast on for us, and yeah, look forward to maybe we can get it done on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday going to be a pretty exciting show, along with next week here in the Grand National Pro Series. I had that one circled on my calendar. Kern County here in the ARCA cars. That's going to be a fun one. Kern County is a pretty fun track as far as racing goes, but this ARCA car is going to be a whole new wrench thrown into that. Do you think you can go back to back?
And I don't know. It depends if we can get track position. We had a little exhibition race there when these cars first came out. And, track position was pretty important. Track puts on a great race, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun one, but nonetheless, Brandon, congratulations to you on your win here this evening, and we wish you luck Thursday night, along with next week at Kern.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks. That was your winner here tonight, Brandon Elvis. And now we'll look at our final finishing results here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. We talked to your top 3, Brandon Elvis, Peyton Hamlet, and Easton Swain. Zach Murphy comes home in the 4th spot. Justin Coleman rounds out your top 5. Then Connor Lee in the 18 machine. Jonathan Adkins in the 117. Chris Smith. Jeremiah Woods, Kyle Schmitz rounds out your top 10. Joshua Schmitz, 12th. Justin Stoyanovsky, 13th. Christian Peterson, 13th. I believe somebody got disqualified in one of these, but didn't get disqualified in the other. So it's a little bit different on my screen than it is your guys's. Yeah, it looks like Brian Grable actually came home in the 8th spot. Something might have happened with timing and scoring there. But nonetheless, Brandon Elvis, your winner here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. And that is going to do it for our coverage here of race number 4 for the Grand National Pro Series. Thank you guys for tuning in up till this point. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button and the like button on this video if you enjoyed. But nonetheless, I am your host, Winston Deal from the WD Broadcasting Network, signing it off till Thursday night with the Trackmaster Sim Series. So we'll see you guys there. Once again, thanks for watching. Peace out.